So you recently started really an institute to train workers. So you had a situation where you were having a hard time getting workers. Talk to us about that, because I hear that all the time out in the business world.
Melvin, it seems over the past probably 10 years or so, every conversation I had with anybody in our industry, it sort of was the same thing. It was almost like a recording. I can't find people. I can't find qualified people. What are we going to do? And that was usually the end of the conversation. And, quite obviously in our leadership team meetings at our company, we had the same issue. So we started talking about what are we going to do about it? And finally, about 2 years ago, I decided to stop talking about it and do something about it. So we sort of formulated a plan to train workers. And then obviously that was about a 2-year process. We hired a director, Mr. Rob Leonard, who was incredible. He was a great addition to BillSmart, certainly. And he spent the last 1.5 to 2 years laying the foundation for the Institute. And we opened up in 2020. And we just had our first graduating class about 3 weeks ago. And it's been an incredible journey. It's been interesting. And so in order to obviously find qualified workers, you have to have a source. So that source we discovered was not necessarily the current folks who are in the industry, but the younger folks who have potential to come into the industry. So actually we start our training in junior high and go through adults, and we have course offerings for every aspect of construction.
Every aspect.
Yes, sir.
Wow. You say from junior high up. So is this like after school program or weekend program, short modules, regular stuff? Tell us a little bit more about kind of how things are shaped there.
Sure. This past year, we have worked with Roanoke City Schools in a virtual learning course for them. We also have virtual online courses, and we have worked with private schools and folks relative to in-house training. Our course offering, our first course offering is called the Core Fundamentals of Construction. And what that does, it takes a young person from an interest in construction to actually doing it. And the way we do that, they come to our facility. We have classroom training, and then we have lab training. We have about 2,000 square foot of classroom. We have about 10,000 square foot of lab. And we have every tool and anything that would be needed relative to construction in that lab. So when a young person comes in, they would spend about, usually it's 2 to 3 hours a day, and normally it's during school hours. And they either are transported here by their school, or we also have a bus that if we have enough people in one area, we can go pick them up. So they come into our facility, they have a part of their classroom time in the class, then they go to the lab, they learn the aspect of framing, of plumbing, of electrical, of laying concrete, of drywall finishing, painting, everything to do with construction they get here at BillSmart in the Core Fundamentals of Construction as an introductory course.